a show tonight, but we still wanted to get some kind of Friday night action in on you guys. Don't want to leave you hanging on the Friday, the last day of the work week. Figured we'd bring up a little football talk. We do have the Philadelphia Eagles and the Green Bay Packers playing right now, having an excellent game. Currently halftime, going into the third quarter. So, don't know what happened there. Getting a little glitchy on the Friday Night Lights, huh? How about that? Figures go do a show and gets a little what you doing on me. It's kind of nice to have. We did have an excellent Kansas City Chiefs game versus the Baltimore Ravens, going down to the final minute. What an excellent way to kick off the NFL season. I've been absolutely flabbergasted by the response and fans around the league. So many are just making up every excuse possible of why the Ravens lost. They don't want to talk about how Lamar Jackson missed Zay Flowers wide open in the end zone. That's not a discussion. They don't want to talk about any of the misplays for the Baltimore Ravens. They want to talk about potential missed penalties for the Kansas City Chiefs. Penalties that they could have called on the Kansas City Chiefs. And one thing that blows my mind anytime we start getting into this penalty question is it's never a two-way street, right? It's never, ever a two-way street when it comes to this topic. It's always just one way. We can only talk about this one way. It's only the Kansas City Chiefs missed calls. When we ask them, we go, what were the missed calls for the Baltimore Ravens? The subject gets super quiet real quick. All of a sudden, nobody's got nothing to say. Kind of crazy, huh? Never heard of a football game where no missed calls were happened. There's no 100% perfect officiating, really, right? There's the old saying is there's holding on every play. We can sit here and nitpick across the board, but what happens is it's always the ability to point out one or two things for the Kansas City Chiefs that might be questionable, but they're never able to question what the Ravens did wrong. What calls were missed on the Ravens? Oh, magically, that team played perfectly. There was no missed calls there, right? What it truly is you just ran out of excuses. You don't have any excuses remaining why you lost. You done gave up. You threw in the towel. You said, oh, well, I'm done. Like, you don't care no more. It ain't like a problem for the Baltimore Ravens all of a sudden. You're not caring about officiating. You're caring that the team that you wanted to win lost. The other team had no problem. No problem at all. Pretty wild to think about. You don't see that happen very often. But here we are. Crazy to think about. We do have a great Green Bay Packers Eagles game. Like, they lined up these primetime games for us. And it'll be exciting to see who comes out on top. Pretty interesting. I'm interested to see how I end the week. There's a lot of picks that I'm real confident about, that I feel real nice about. It'll be interesting to see if I get this Packers-Eagles game correct. It's been going back and forth pretty heavy. No one team is like running away with it. Professor Investigator, am I right? I didn't get your original question. That's the first question. You could be right, you could be left. I'm not quite sure where you're at just yet. You have to refresh me what you might be right about. and then we'll get to investigating it together. When we get to the bottom of it, let you know. Got a prediction, it's questionable. But, could be right, could be left. Not sure, sir. Hey, shout out to Jennifer Evans, because I do. What? What are you right about? I didn't get what you could be right about. Didn't really catch that part, Professor. Because you do. Well, I'm glad you do. I know you see my messages. We don't get. There's no messages on YouTube, bro. They don't. They don't send messages. So I don't know how you would contact us when the only conversation is on YouTube. Shout out to Jonas. Hi to you. Didn't you get arrested for battery against the elderly? Nah. I know you've been looking for your father, but this is not Maury, and I am not it. Bro, for not falling for it. Hey, bro, the trolls are my favorite, actually. Like, y'all keep it going, keep it entertaining for me. So I appreciate it. Like, every once in a while, I do get caught. I got caught one time yesterday. I did a 6-hour stream, got one time. Time to get shredded up, do 25 push-ups. I can do 25. I used to be able to do a lot more than 25 once upon a time, but I can still knock out 25. That's not a problem, Carl. Maybe you should try it. I prefer burpees, actually. That's more my cup of tea, but 25 straight push-ups is cool. I can knock that out. I probably put out about 30. It used to be about, low 50s straight, within 2 minutes. But that was some time ago, if we're going to be honest. But I hope you practice what you preach. It's easy to suggest it, but no one do it. What was you guys' opinions on the old Kansas City Chiefs versus the Baltimore Ravens? This is a sports show. I know y'all are looking for a little advice, or looking for your father like Hal Pix is. But, we're interested in it. Well, we can go either way if you need me to. I'll keep you entertained one way or the other. A shout out to y'all for popping in, though. Keeps your boy pumped and motivated. We're excited for it. We're excited for this little Philadelphia Eagles and Green Bay Packers game. Once my computer gets finished loading, I will pull it back up and see where we're at. I am interested to see what the score is currently. I'm sure the game has started back up by now. Bam. Yeah. I'm kind of hoping I've got the Packers tonight, so I'm hoping that's the way they go. It's been going back and forth. It's been looking a little Packerish, but, the Eagles got a strong team. They got this banger of primetime matchup. Sunday football is going to be pretty solid, too. I'm also looking forward to the Raiders-Chargers matchup and the Cowboys versus Browns. Those will probably be the games that I watch Sunday, along with the Rams versus Lions Sunday night football show. Like, your boy can't go missing that at all. Like, we got to keep that straight. Excited for it. Getting pumped. It is going to be pretty legit. I'm excited. We're going to have some excellent football. I messed up and forgot my water. Don't forget my water. Normally I got a little bottle of water just in case you get a little thirsty. But we're just going to pop in a little quickie. This is just a little quick episode to touch in with folks. See how y'all feeling about this weekend. I know Sunday I will be doing a fantasy football show Sunday morning. So if y'all want to get some early advice, you can get that in. or if there's a particular football game y'all would like to talk about, we can get there while we got a little time. Maybe you could do 25 push-ups while doing that. Could be interesting. I don't know if I ever met a Carl that could do 25 push-ups. Pretty interesting. Makes me wonder. Makes you wonder. Could be anything. I cannot do 25 push-ups. Well, shout out to you, Candy. My advice, look, I'm telling you, burpees is the way to go. Because you're really only doing a couple push-ups at a time and getting back up, and it gets like a full body movement into it. So it's a pretty solid way to go. Some people choose different things, though. Can't go wrong as long as you're active. I do a lot of physical labor for work, so I think I'm cool. I know I'm still light enough on my feet. I'm out there. Laugh out loud. Bows? What's that mean? What you mean, Candy? What you mean, bows? No, I'm talking about burpees. I'm not sure what bows are. I never heard of that one. But you bust out a few of those. Shout out to Jonas again. Get another high. I give you two. You asked for one, I give you two. Like I'm bowing like an Asian. Oh, I got you. Yeah, I got you. I should know better. Yeah, but don't bow too much, because I'm probably barely over that 25 mark. I'm pretty sure I can hit 30, maybe 35. If I touched 40 again, I'd be impressed with myself. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna have to bust them out in the morning and just double check on the number. It has been a while, but I'm more of a burpee kind of guy. I like that full body movement. I'm only 38, and nope. Hey, look, you and me both. You and me both. When I was 22, I knock them out. Run a couple miles. I was in the Army, so it's kind of a requirement. You know what I mean? So you get those, but that was a long time ago. Them days well past, and I'd prefer to take an easy pass. Is who am I proving to? You know what I mean? And at this age, it's all in the finger anyway. You know what I mean? I can still throw a mean rock. Like most people don't want it. I still happen to be 6'2", 250. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not sure what the push-up gonna really help accomplish. I've already gotten as good as I'm ever gonna get. You know what I mean? Like, geez, that's all I'm saying. I'm here to talk football, not talk muscle building. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but your boy is not a gym bro. Nor do I plan on being again anytime soon. Like, it's just not in the cup of cards no more. You know what I mean? As long as I'm physically able to hang out with my kid and like hang out with him while he's still, he's just getting in them double digits. So as long as I can still show him I'm 10% faster, 10% stronger, I feel cool. I think I still got a couple years in front of me. Probably 4, 5 maybe. Now, I've always been more of a smoker. Hey, sir. Hey, sir. It happens. It happens. You can do both. So, like, we can't use that as an excuse. Because Michael Phelps won more Olympic medals than anybody. And that boy used to rip bongs between laps. You know what I mean? So, I don't know if we're allowed to use that as an excuse, but I'll try to. And we see a lot of them, like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu dudes, like pull it off. You can still be active, smoke a little trees. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not gonna judge you. This is true. I can swim like heck, and come to think of it, thanks. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Dude, look, sometimes, what was Einstein saying? You can't judge a turtle by how it climbs a tree. We're all, everybody's good at some things. Some things I'm not good at. Some things I'm great at. You know, so I always say, especially when it comes to like younger people, you'll see them like struggling in school and stuff, and you got to let them know that like if they make it past this part, they can really open up and try to choose their own path, one way or the other. Is not everybody's supposed to be in academia. To book smarts doesn't prove intelligence either, in my opinion. You can be smart about tons of things. It doesn't have to be the book version of it either. That's why they call things like street smarts. I bet you can spot the difference between an eighth and a quarter quicker than most people. You know what I mean? It's got certain. You might even be able to tell by just the hand what an ounce feels like. You know what I mean? Just how often do you got human skills just sitting there? I'm not able to have kids, but I agree. It takes a village, especially now. Yeah, that ain't no lie, man. Like it takes it a little bit, It truly does, And shout out to anybody that helps be that village. You know what I mean? Some people will say they are, but But yeah, it's just the way it is. Don't ever doubt yourself. Is all I'm saying, folks. You just got to find what you're good at and enjoy life. As long as we're happy, enjoying sports or whatever you enjoy. You ain't even got to enjoy sports. We got a lot of people talking a bunch of stuff. Oh, we got Ben back in the house. How about them Chiefs? Yes, sir. Look. You hear all these excuses today, sir. Nothing but excuses. Look. It's sad when the only excuse is the refs. And when they say, what about the missed calls for the Chiefs? All you got to do is ask, what's the missed call for the Ravens? And when they get quiet, it lets you know they're just using excuses. You're just out here blah, 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 blah about the refs. This is some lame-o stuff. It is pretty wild. Like, you even see people still try to argue that dude was in bounds at the end of the game. Like that was a legit catch, and his toe didn't touch. And these Photoshop experts be working in overtime to trip him up. It is wild. Pretty legit. I'm excited. Are you catching I forgot to pull up the scores. I forgot to pull up. I want to get the update. We need the update. There will be an update in about 10 seconds. Let's see where we're at. Green Bay is back on top, 26-24 in the third quarter with 9 minutes to go. Shout it out. All right, that's cool. I was kind of what I plan on doing is streaming probably through the third quarter, and then I'm gonna have to cut it so I can finish watching the game. We were supposed to do a watch party, but doing 2 watch parties solo back to back, it's just a little more talking than your boy's able to do. Okay, look, I know a lot of people think it's easy, but just rambling on for 6 hours, 2 hours straight, ain't light work, bro. And that's why I appreciate y'all in the comments, because it helps keep the conversation going. The more y'all comment, the more I'm able to lose track of time. You know what I mean? Like, it's almost one of those things. It's almost like being at work. When you're busy, when you're having a good time and busy, you're having fun. But when you're just standing around doing nothing, it's hard to do. Oh, look at this super champ over here. Let's flex. Let's take a flex moment. He said, I ate 4 grams of shroom at halftime and made that game super intense. Ooh, that is something wrong. Ooh, that is crazy. That is some work, brother. Yeah, look, that would make the game crazy. Last time I ate some was just for fun like that, and bro, that was a trip. It was a trip. There were some good ones. I had some pretty good. They called it penis envy mushrooms. It was my first time having those, and woo, mm, your boy, your boy went on a whole other journey, bro. I was watching. I started watching a like home improvement show, and telling them like they, you know how they got the drama of it's not going right, and I'd be like, oh, this is how you fix it. This is how you fix it. And next thing you know, they'd fix it, and I'd be celebrating them, and I'm just like, this is ridiculous. This is. Oh, that's what you ate? Hell yeah, heck yeah. My favorite so far in Amsterdam. I don't know if they sell them anymore. It's been a long time since I've been there. But they had these Hawaiian blue cap mushrooms, and they're really small, skinny, white with blue dots. And man, they tasted good. They were like a fruity kind of taste, and that was game changer. Candy said the first time I had shrooms, I heard the Price is Right theme song in the middle of a fish show. Yeah, it's got a way of taking you to like a whole nother journey. Like I like mushrooms; they're fun. Now there's some that some things I'll stay away from. I don't know if y'all have ever done. Oh, what is that stuff called? Salvia. Like you got to stay away from. You got to stay away from salvia. Don't do that. That one ain't it. Like I'm cool on that. Like, yeah. But shrooms are cool. I encourage shrooms. Acid's kind of okay. Not really my cup of tea. But, shrooms are cool. Little shrooms, little trees. That's a good way to live life, I think. You gotta leave all the other stuff alone, but shrooms and trees. That stuff that made people want to run into a fire. Yeah, like I don't know the exact case or story on that one, but man, all I can say is you're it's the closest to how they have the string theory in physics where you can enter in other dimensions. It is the closest I've ever been to entering another dimension and just living a parallel similar life. And it's crazy. You will have a whole little life going on for a long time in like a 15-minute high. It's been years since I came across them, just enjoying them. Hey, look, they're good. Every once in a while. I don't believe in microdosing. That's not my cup of tea. I don't believe doing it all the time. But I think like once a year, people should really take a spiritual journey. Like take time to reflect on yourself. What you're doing, what your goals are. Just all that stuff. Get it figured out. And I think mushrooms are a great way to help you get there. Are you going to watch the new Beetlejuice? Yes, Alex. Yes, I'll be watching the new Beetlejuice. I will be probably going to the movie theater to watch it. Like that's one of those I'm not going to bootleg. I'm not going to wait a while. I'm going to go ahead and take the fam out to see that good one. Candy said I'm good with my trees, my few beers once in a while, mostly holidays to keep from crying. Hey, as long as you enjoying it, bro, But I'm right there with you. I drink maybe once a week, probably realistically like 2 to 3 times a month. So not very often. I was a full-blown alcoholic for a long time, for a couple years in my younger 20s. I would drink a fifth every day, and except for on Sunday. And on the weekends, it was like a fifth, and then I'd go out and get drunk. So who knows how much I was drinking. And once I hit about 23, it just got old. It got too old, and I really just, quit. There's been times where I've taken a whole year off and not drinking. I don't have a problem with it anymore, but I make sure it won't be a problem anymore. Oh yeah, thanks. You know, and it's crazy. I've seen old drunks, man, and it's not a good look. You know, it's not a good look. I was a happy drunk. You know, at least that was good. I didn't get in too many crazy things, but I'm too lazy to keep up a habit. Hey, I feel you there. That's a good strategy. That's a good strategy. Yeah, it just got old. It's not really good for the body, you know. Nothing truly, you know. Mushrooms probably ain't too bad for you, you know, out of all of them. And I'm sure if I just did edibles instead of smoking trees, it'd be better for me, you know. But what you gonna do? You gotta live life and enjoy it, you know. Because that part of it too. Nobody escapes alive, you know. So we got to make sure we enjoy our time while we can. You know, that's the only thing guaranteed. You're not gonna. No one wins that race, except for maybe Keanu Reeves. I've seen some really weird pictures, maybe of him in like the 1900s, and he's never really aged. Like I've known him my whole life, dang near, and never seen it. That was a good game, though. Felt like a playoff game. Yeah, I mean, you're talking about what the top two teams in the AFC. I personally have the Texans ahead of the Ravens, but still top three. You know, top three teams in the AFC. I mean, we'll probably see that matchup again. We see it all the time. You know what I mean? That was what the sixth matchup between the two. Pat Mahomes happens to be 5-1. It was kind of ridiculous. Getting kind of carried away here. I enjoy it though. I'm not going to change it. Where am I from? That's a complicated question. A little bit of everywhere. I've lived in a lot of places in life. I've spent a few decades in Kansas City, so that we'll call that the primary place. But I'm currently in Florida, so a little different. I no longer live there. Chiefs are just fun to watch. Man, it was electric. If you go back and watch that first play of the game, not the first play of the game, excuse me, the first Chiefs offensive play of the game, it let me know the Chiefs, like Andy Reid, like just the watching that play in motion was absolutely nuts. It was just a reminder. And look, we don't even have Hollywood Brown in the mix right now. Like there's a whole nother wide receiver to add to this combination to open up another guy. Like, geez. And how about, I was just, man, you read my mind, Ben. I was just about to say, how about Xavier Worthy? The first rookie, I think it was, to have 2 touchdowns in a game or something like that since Lamar Hunt, or Kareem Hunt, not Lamar Hunt, excuse me, Kareem Hunt. You know, so get you a little excited. You like to see them tutties. I like to see the tutty. We're all here for the tutties, you know what I mean? Looks like Green Bay is still winning 26-24. Just to give you guys a little update there. It is in the third quarter with 7 minutes to go. And Green Bay currently has the ball. So shout out to Green Bay. I did pick Green Bay in this one to win. So I'm hoping. I'm not a Green Bay fan often, but tonight your boy is. It always makes it kind of interesting. Is there any games you're looking for? Are you watching any other games this weekend, Ben? Was there any that popped out to you that really want to catch your eye? I know I want to watch that Chargers-Raiders game, and then the Cowboys-Browns game, the Rams versus Lions, and I think I'm going to watch the Jets 49ers game on Monday probably. Candy said K-State and KU. Oh yeah, that's tomorrow, huh? Yeah, that gets you a little going. That'll be a good one. KU's finally getting a little football program together. It's kind of nice to see. Candy said, I'm in Massachusetts. If it ain't the Patriots, no one seems to care. Yeah, I feel you. And, you know, you guys had a great run the last couple decades. I'm glad it finally ended. I'm glad Tom Brady finally hanged him up. He's the only one that can seem to stop Patrick Mahomes seriously, like that I really am afraid of. So knowing he's no longer a boogeyman makes me feel real comfortable. Makes me feel good. But yeah, that K-State KU game, that'd be a good one. That'd be pretty legit. I think K-State should probably be favored, ain't they? I haven't looked at the line yet. 2nd and 11 at the Green Bay 12. Packers looking to score. They are currently up by 2, so this could make it a double-digit lead, and I like double-digit leads because then you start getting the other team a little one-way focused. K-State playing Tulane. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not a college football guy. There's just so many teams to keep up with. I could never do it. You go from with the NFL, there's like 1,500 players, and in college football, there's like 15,000. So just like the thought of trying to like know who's good and who's not good, it's too hard for me. And I'd hate to be up here trying to give you guys, predictions to try to put any weight on, on a subject that I just, you got to know what you're good at and what you're not good at. And I'll leave that one to someone else. I'll take your opinion on it more over my own, So that should be good. Tulane's got a pretty good team usually, so that should be a pretty good. I like K-State though. They're pretty legit. Any of that, like K-State, KU, MU, that whole little. I'm more of an MU guy myself, but and I really should be more of a KU guy because, like, it's the closest to Kansas City. It's closest to most people, right? So like, why am I picking Mizzou over him? But yeah, it happens. My co-host, dude with the beard, he's good with college football. He follows it, but I just, it's too much for me. I just geek out over NFL and a little bit of baseball. I could be better at baseball, but it's so time consuming day in, day out that I have trouble keeping up. They knocked out K-State last year, same with MU. Well then, forget Tulane. And Candy said, I think Brady is a pompous. And so forget Tom Brady too. We all hate Tom Brady. Everybody hates Tom Brady. Tom Brady hates Tom Brady. Ooh, what happened there? Oh, the Eagles just scored. No. I missed it. That must have been like a pick six or something. Because it was second one at Green Bay 2. What happened there? I don't know. That was crazy. It's going to be interesting when I get back into this game. Yeah. Huh. Yeah. Wonder what happened there. They knocked K-State out. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was just a crazy deal. Oh, college football, man. I always get impressed by the guys that can nerd out. Because the crazy thing about college football, too, that no one talks about is the good players are gone in 2-3 years. Maybe 4. If someone's been playing there long. Most of them don't play freshman year, so it's like, well, you're going to remember a guy for 2 years, 3 years, and then you're always looking at the new guy, and then how are you scouting people for college? Like, how are you knowing this recruit is good? You watching high school tape? Like, geez, man, I might as well start watching these Pop Warner games so in 15 years I'll know which one of these kids was good or not. You know what I mean? Like, sheesh. So I like the elite level, Give me the top of the top, the creme of the creme. KU's got a bunch of seniors this year. Yeah, so there goes a whole new wave of guys you get to forget. You know what I mean? But the impressive part is 10 years from down the line, you'll remember at least a few of those seniors. You know what I mean? You'd be like, yeah, I remember Woods. Woods was a dog, you know what I mean? He never made it to the league, but, he's selling insurance in Omaha right now, but he was a hell of a player. I had the luck of doing some work for a former KU player one time, and he was an interesting cat. I liked him. I liked doing projects for him. He was an interesting guy, and owned some really amazing properties too. And just hearing him talk about college football was kind of interesting. They're always hitting him up for money and stuff, and I thought it was kind of a interesting way to look at meet a guy. It's not every day you get to work with a former college player or something like that. I've had the closest thing I've had a pro Russian basketball player that I did some work for. That was kind of interesting, but I knew like right away that he had to be someone like that because he had a condo that he was getting work done on, and it was like a really nice, like you got to have money to be there kind of deal, and like the dude's like 6'9", so like I'm like, and young, I'm like, come on, bro, what you do? And he's like, I play ball in Russia. I guess he played for MU's basketball team back in the day, so that was kind of interesting. That was close to a famous person as I've gotten, unfortunately. There's Russian mafia down there in Florida. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm like 95% sure you're right. Pretty sure some of them have hired me. I might have done some work for them. Like they're real big into real estate too, by the way. Keep up that blackface. What you talk, bruh? I'm like, I don't know. That is a wild. I saw one of your shorts when you did blackface. You mean one of the shorts with my co-host, who happens to be black? That's not. It's crazy. We don't even actually look like each other that damn much. Like he's got a full beard and I have a goatee. And I'm white, and he's black. It's crazy. And he wears glasses. Every once in a while I'll throw on some sunglasses, but it ain't me. Ben said, good people. Yeah, I ain't never had no problem with them, and I don't want no problem with them now. Can you do blackface right now? You love blackface? No, sir. You sound like your mother. God dang. Always want something black on her face. It's crazy. These kinks these days are weird. Good troll attempt, though. It almost worked for somebody. His name's Skittles, so, he probably likes to taste the rainbow, as the old San Francisco 49ers like to say. Pretty wild. It's crazy that this is what you decide to do on a Friday night, but it keeps me entertained, so I appreciate you back. Don't forget to hit the little like, since, you can at least do that while you're trolling. What do you mean? You're doing blackface right now. That is the weakest troll attempt we've gotten in a long time, bro. Like, it is wild. What game am I looking forward to this weekend? I'm checking out that Raiders-Chargers game. I've got the Raiders to win in that one. I'm looking forward to the Cowboys-Browns game. Somehow the Cowboys managed to be underdogs. Like, it was unbelievable. Like, it was no way you get them as an underdog versus the Browns. Like, what are we talking about here? And a Browns guy is hurt. One of the offensive linemen. I'm like, double up on that bet. And then the Sunday night football game, Rams versus Lions. That game's tough for me because I want the Lions to win, but I am going to bet the Rams. I'm going to, I like my dogs in the game. And for some reason, they have the Lions like as a 3-point spread, but like 95% of the betting public is betting the Lions to win that game. And with a 3-point spread at home, means Vegas is really calling it a toss-up, but giving the Lions 3 points for being the home team. And like with 95% of the public. That's got like, look, I'm not saying the NFL is rigged, but if for some reason it was, I'm gonna bet with the house, right? I'm gonna bet the house. So sometimes I'll let that influence my strategies every once in a blue moon. And then of course that Jets 49ers game Monday night, that should be a pretty solid one. Pretty not too shabby at least. I'm excited for it. That stuff's crazy. That suit's crazy. What suits? I don't get it. You lost me. You lost me, Ben. You got lost there. Here we go. Green Bay's got the ball again. We got 2 minutes left in this quarter before I'm going to roll out. Yeah, you probably got about another 5 minutes or so. Well, appreciate y'all popping in though. Like I was kind of afraid that this was going to be a short stream with no one talking. It was a little rough of a start. Y'all helped make that time fly by. So like y'all really the MVPs helping keeping me a little motivated, a little pumped to keep streaming. Sometimes you need a little motivation. And y'all bring that to the house. So I appreciate all the comments. I'm kind of surprised. I think this officially, what's this, 57? Yeah, we did hit the over on this game. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, I appreciate you too. Yeah, I think we're actually going to wrap it up. Go ahead and hit up I want to watch the rest of this Philadelphia Green Bay game. Came in and like just that. I should have done a little bit earlier in the halftime. We would have hit a solid hour. But man, you've helped be a solid rock here. And the show wouldn't be the same without you. So I appreciate you popping in. Hope you enjoy your night and enjoy that K-State win over Tulane. Let's get it. I hope they win.